Gary said, "Bruh, come on, man, come to the gym, man." So that's how
There
I
he
started.
is.
That's bruh right there.
What's
You
up,
know,
Oh
Gary?
shit! What's up,
Hey,
so
bro?
bruh right there.
Gary.
So it's interesting to be in there with all my brothers. You know, man, we a force to be reckoned with together. I'm telling you guys.
Yeah. And that's the safest place for you. That's the
Oh yeah,
safest place
yeah,
for you. Yeah.
yeah.
They got my man up on here. What's up, bro?
Look,
What's up, Gary? How you doing?
How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How
We
y'all
good. We
doing, man?
Yeah,
good.
Thanks for having me.
Good.
what's up, bro?
So,
Hey, I had a little
how do we?
Siobhan just dropped off the roses and stuff like that. And she bombed me out.
You dropped off to it? That's right. I told you he was coming.
So, how do you
Yeah,
want
yeah,
us to
yeah.
address y'all so y'all know which one we talking to? Do we call you Mr. Jones and you Mr. Russell for the meantime?
Call me Gary Antuanne Russell. Call him Mr.
That's Gary
Jones.
Antoine. Call him Mr. Jones.
Cool, cool. So, Gary,
All right.
Antoine, we was just talking about you and the fact that I was asking your brother, like, does he believe Lamont is like that? Because he keeps like no one calls you out, let alone puts you on a list. So from your standpoint, is Lamont like that? Uh-oh, he froze up.
I mean, me personally, you can't take away nothing nobody do in this sport. Everything they do is for the keeps. You know what I mean? It's not like somebody is in there fighting their battles for them. The person that steps in the ring, they got the notch under their belt and whatever they was able to come to the table with and execute. You know what I mean? So the victories that Lamont got, he earned them. He hasn't fought anybody but Tank, and I feel like right now that's what he's just riding the coattail off of, or coattail love. Like I went 12 rounds with Tank, and honestly, I believe that it was a slanted decision, that type of thing, But you was good at your last performance, and if he's gauging his whole entire career based off of that, then hey, so be it. But I don't believe he's the best in DC. Hell to the no.
Perfect.
Have you guys fought in the amateurs or had sparring sessions? Because it's like he's literally saying, "Oh, I don't want to fight Mr. Gary Russell. I want to fight Gary Antoine Russell because he's younger and people think he's the killer." So it's like, yeah, he's
Hey,
just got me a little confused.
hey, hey,
He don't want. He
some
don't
people
want that
bite
drunk.
off more than they can chew. Some people
I'm
bite
telling
more than
you.
they can chew
Oh,
and put their foot in their mouths and stuff like that. Honestly, I feel like he's in it for a financial gain, which is cool because it's
yeah.
his livelihood, how he, provide for his family and etc. But ultimately, either fight will be dangerous, me or my brother. And it will only make more sense for him to fight my brother because they're in the same weight division. He's talking about moving up now because honestly, I feel like he don't want to fight my brother because it's too much of a high risk, and he's trying to make it sound cool by saying, "Well, I'll fight the other brother because at least it's something on the line," but it's still dangerous. It's still
Dangerous.
equally dangerous. You know what I mean? And I already made it clear and known to the boxing community, like I want to wipe out my division. I don't even want to entertain anybody from any other division. Let me go ahead and get the rest of the belts in my division, and then that's when I start looking elsewhere for some action.
Hmm. So, Gary Antoine, do you and Lamont have like a history in amateurs or anything like that? Why is he?
No,
Why is it
no.
you?
The only history we have is we was in the same division once upon a like the USA tournament or something like that. We were supposed to fought, and I lost to this guy out. I want to say he was a Hispanic guy. And I lost by like 3 points or whatnot, and he wound up beating that same Hispanic. But the ruling and stuff is different from pros versus amateurs. I mean, like I said, give the credit where the credit is due. He beat the guy that beat me or whatnot in this tournament, and that was the closest we ever came to. about to fight each other. Whenever it was
Mm,
a show, like a 1 day show or something like that, when we was in the same division, his coach would never let us fight each other.
Mm-hmm.
okay.
It was
Yeah,
like it was
he act like he think you sweet or something. I'm like, why you calling out?
hell
Why
to
you
the
calling
nah.
out?
Don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say that. Nah. Don't say that.
You know.
Because we'll put fire up on his ass to make some things happen.
Hey.
It ain't nothing like that. You know what I mean? But he was always in a position where those coaches saw the best interest for him. So at the time you had fighters that didn't take certain fights because their coach would be like, nah, man, we need some more grooming. Or nah, we think
Mm-hmm.
this guy is too experienced. Or nah, I don't want you to fight him yet because I just want you to, just critique some things before you even go and fight somebody like
Okay.
without hurting the child's pride, the ego and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Because you're supposed to build your fighters. You're not supposed to just throw them in the fire. We was
Right.
raised, we used to get thrown in the fire. We
Hey,
spawned
fine.
adults, we
We just
spawned grown
fine.
men. So,
Eh,
like I
Yeah,
said,
me.
Yeah.
we never been taught or
Petrified.
groomed to have some like weak mentality. Nah, hey,
Work hard.
skills pay the bill. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's what we was raised on. It didn't matter how old, how tall, how big, didn't matter.
Who
Skills
you
is
are,
what
that
got
Right.
us
ass.
over the hump. Whoever we was got in the ring with. You know what I mean? But some coaches, they believe in building their fighters a certain way. And we always is like right here, head to head. We never fought each other. The only time that was like
Okay.
an ultimatum type of moment was when we went to that tournament. And he was my opponent the next day, literally. And I was geeked up and
Mm.
I lost by 3 points. Lost by three
Mm.
points. It was a favorite guy from Mexico. He was a favorite
Oh,
of the tournament. And they gave it to
Okay.
him.
Okay.
Oh,
So
part of
you
it.
lucky.
you felt or you it sounded like you said that you felt like he's capping, but he is fighting at 140 now for an interim title. Does that change things for you? Because you said, I've
I
been
mean,
told y'all I'm focused on my division, but he's kind of coming into your division. If he wins, it'll be an interim title. He's talking about fighting Sabril Matias next. It looks like he got a connection with the PBC.
man, look, he say, she say stuff, man. Look, I don't know how thorough y'all source is. He's supposed to be
Mm.
fighting Pitbull, talking about
Yeah, on
fighting
that fight
Sabrina.
first.
Okay, I hear you. Allegedly, Keyshawn Davis is at 142, right? And even him, I said, go ahead and get your feet wet at 140 before I even entertain you. I find it to be foolish to travel backwards. You know what I mean? Right now, I'm over here for progression. Look, let me go ahead and get this dude that's in my way, out my way, which is this Japanese dude or Japan dude, and on to the next. Richard Hitcherson, Sabril Matias, or Teofimo Lopez. Other than that,
Mm-hmm.
anybody else at 140, go ahead and climb that ladder. And if I gotta see y'all, we gonna see each other, hands down. It ain't gonna be no stutter stepping or none of that.
Something like that.
So they saying, like, did you do any research on Hidioka? Because for one, he ain't just Japanese. He half black, they saying. Two, the kid could punch. He did knock out the same dude
Hey,
that
hey,
I'm listening.
he's a Japa nigga, huh?
Java nigga. Mexican, don't matter what they is.
You said
Mexican,
A
that.
Japa
light
nigga.
skin, all that good
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think I'm pretty sure he's like half Ghanaian or something.
shit. No matter what it is.
And we seen him
Yeah,
knock
yeah.
out.
I've heard,
No, go ahead.
I said I've heard as far as the racial pool and stuff like that. But I mean, I ain't really worried about it. Like I said, he can be from Jablip. Ass whooping is ass whooping. You know what I
That's
mean?
all.
And I'm stand up when it comes to the ruling of things. So he better bring his physicals best and be sharp, intelligent the night of the fight because I don't underlook nobody. You can be a
Mm.
school bus driver. I'm gonna look at
Yep.
you as a threat.
Like Agent Braun said, everybody can get it. Mexicans, black skins, White, they don't
Puerto
get
Ricans, look, anybody can get it. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, and that's how it is, real. At this
no.
point, we definitely making sense about what we do. You know, like I said, we're supposed to be climbing the ladder and moving forward. We shouldn't be moving backwards at this point in our career. You know what I mean? So a lot of the things, business wise, is making sense. It's aligned. You know what I mean? Financial is making sense. It's aligned. Uh, and that's really the bottom line of everything.
So somebody
Gary,
like yourself. I'm sorry, Tone. I
oh, go
have
ahead,
to
sir.
I have to be honest and say, seeing you fight, it just looked like that you like a fighter. You just like a go. And whoever you're fighting, like you're willing to take some to give some, right? So when I saw you in the ring with Ryo, it's like you just shut him down, but you was throwing so much. So do you just like go to fight? Like I'm just gonna let my hands go and whatever they throw, I'm gonna take some too, or do you really do like film study and have a like a game plan for each fight, or is it just you just have your fighting style and you go with that?
You know what? You hurt my feelings a little bit, but I'm the type that take constructive criticism. You know what I mean? Because you basically called me a fighter. Like, I can't fight. Like, there's no skill. Fight shit. Come on now. Of course, I study my opponent. You know
Of
what I mean?
course.
And I bring out my tool bag, what's necessary to bring out to get the job done. I said this several times. That's what
That's what
it is.
it's
You know,
study.
if you really look at the Ryo fight and listen to the cornerman, they are telling me to do certain things, specific things. There's been times I could have made the fight boring, but very
Mhm.
punctual by just locking my hands, using feints, and getting it and just throwing 3 shots at a time. I can just throw 3 shots or 2 shots at a time and still be as effective, if not knocking the fuck up out of it. You
Right.
know what I mean? But that
Mhm.
wasn't the game plan. And yes, I got hit sometimes. It's going to happen, but as you become more in depth of a professional, your defensive discipline get better. You know, when you're trading combinations with your opponent, y'all going back and forth. That back and forth, it look more one sided than it just looking like you just shooting out. Y'all just going
Mhm.
mano a mano, blow for blow, rock'em sock'em robot. Nah, it look more skilled. And honestly, sometimes listening and executing certain things, you gotta accept the fact that it's possible room for error, but
Mhm.
skill wise, you can minimize how much error you have in executing
Right.
things. You know,
And
so
then you can adjust. Right. You can adjust.
you
Right.
can adjust. You can
Mhm.
adjust on the fly. You got to do it on the fly, like simultaneously, because not everything is going to be like
Right
the
there.
game
Same
plan
right there.
or right there at the moment. You know what I mean? So you just gotta
Make it happen though.
and pick up the pieces where you at sometimes. And that's a professional thing that comes with time. That's growth. You know what I mean? And it's always
Mhm.
space for growth.
Right.
Even Floyd right now, everybody deem him to be. I guarantee you, if you ask him, do you feel like it's more stuff that you need to learn or get better at? He
Mhm.
gonna say, yeah. He gonna say, yeah, because it's the constant growth, it's constant change in the creativity. As far as punch selections, everybody throws the same punches. You got a jab, the right cross, your hook, your uppercuts, and your body shot on both sides. The difference is the creativity that get brought to the
How
table.
you put it together. Right. How you put it together.
Okay.
Now I know you guys
Gotcha.
said y'all don't overlook anybody, but when it comes to Hidioka, his two biggest wins are two people we seen in the past, right? Like obviously Jin Sasaki, we seen him get destroyed by Brian Norman, and then Barroso has some good performances. He upset Davies from the UK. People thought he beat Rowley, but he got stopped to Hidioka. So he's also that very old look. So how did you not overlook those fights, right? Like, cause we just seen Norman destroy I can't even remember his Sasaki. And
In
then
Sasaki.
and then Barroso, he's just he just looks so old. Like every time he fight, people like, damn, this guy grandpa. So like, how don't you fall
Mm-hmm.
victim to that?
You gotta be a realist. I ain't even gonna hold you. Yeah, old boy look like he older than your ass, but get touched by his
Hell
ass
yeah.
8 ounces. I guarantee you have a real quick reality check. You be like, oh shit, this old dude can punch. That's
Nah,
nothing you should play with.
I believe
That
Rolly.
is
He said
nothing you
that.
should play with. I don't care how old you look, how old people think you are. Those 8 ounce gloves on. This young lady right here will wind up a punch and catch you in the chin. You be like, oh hell no, I ain't getting hit that again. Nothing to play with. So looks, phenotypes, and stuff like that. I can care less about that. You throwing punches at my head and you preparing for me 3 months, 4 months in advance just to whip my ass. You're a danger. You're a
Mm-hmm.
danger. And this sport is built off of hurt. This is a hurt business.
That's right.
Yeah. So when that
So of
said that
course,
this guy is a so we Japanese and black, is there a different style that brings to the table for you?
of course. But I don't want to disclose it, man, because we gotta keep some stuff,
Yeah,
That's
kick your
true.
hidden.
ass out.
I gotta wait till November 14th,
Kick your ass
Right.
to
out.
So
pop out. And,
generally
yo,
mindset wise, because you corrected me on, okay, you ain't just going in there fighting, right? So generally mindset wise, from Ohio to this guy, give us one thing that you would look at those two opponents different, like how you look at those two opponents different.
I would say stylistic wise, they're different. Mario, he's more short, compact, and this guy's more rangy.
Right.
Okay. Okay.
How
And
do
styles make fight.
how do you
Yeah.
feel about the? Oh, well, Gary Jones, how do you feel about this fight